4864.
Perfect colors. Found a good spot, paid the fine, time to go camping. I found the perfect campsite. The trees are just where I want them to be to set up this blanket fort. But on the other side of that log, there's a walking trail, and people were literally just walking past there. That'll be a good 10 feet from where the front of my tent is, and I don't want to scare people. There's a fine line between this looking creepy and whimsical, and I want to look like I'm out here having fun and not setting up an encampment. So, with no further ado, let's find out where this ridge line is going to go and what type of height. I'm guessing probably about that high, clean size sheets. And if they come down at a nice angle, it should work. To safeguard the tree, I'm using hammock straps around it, and then we'll ratchet strap nice and tight between these trees and set up right here. That looks good to me. All the blankets nice and clean. To start with, we'll string up my favorite one. This one has all the nice canoes and everything. It's really aggressive clamps. Like, use these for your clothesline if you live in tornado country. Oh yeah. This blanket I find exudes a beautiful forest green. I'm not using these as bedding, it's strictly sheltered. But if I was, I'd be washing these. I've got that British store smell, which some people might like, but it's always good practice to wash these things out here. I can't believe this is true, but I've slept in worse. See if I can get a wall up here. Yeah. Folks are starting to roll in from the serious campers here. Has anybody seen a grown man sleeping in a blanket fort before? Hello. We're all in a tent. Thank you. I will do. I'll put down this sleeping bag. Opened up. There's kind of a nice floor. Definitely seems cozy in here. It's nice and quiet too. Blocks out the noise of the neighbors. I like this deluxe air mattress tonight. My hip was destroyed for that last camping trip, so I deserve a nice, relaxing night on the gourmet, self-inflating air mattress. I'll put the door on the front of it here before bed for sure, because the trailer's right there. This is a fine little home. Cheers, everybody. See, all you need is a couple of ratchet straps, a few blankets, some really aggressive clothespins. You got yourself a makeshift tent. There's good, wholesome, normal campers over there with fancy gear and campers. I'll show you how close I am to the walking trail. That's it here. And we're going to walk down it because it goes to the beach. But We are on the walking trail, and if somebody walks by, that's what they see. Good thing I don't have to be stealthy here. I can see how you could spend hours going for a long walk on the beach, but it's not going to get snow off the picnic table. I get ready for dinner eventually, and in the daylight is a good time to do it. I drop stuff in the dark. Had to blast a little white noise because folks in the other campsites are playing copyrighted music, and YouTube doesn't like that one a bit. But we get a fire going, and hopefully they tucker themselves out, and we can get back to the soothing sounds of the ocean beside us. They turned down the music, so that's great. They're still talking loud, but I don't know. Got the flashlights down before it's too dark. Garlic bread, because I'm having salad tonight. The ingredients are in the car so that they don't freeze. I've got lettuce and cucumbers, whatever's supposed to be in the salad. It's right around freezing, so 0 Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Walk in the park, guys. It's actually very warm, or it feels warmer out of the wind inside of here. And I'll get another part on the front clipped on here relatively shortly, but until bedtime, I'd like to see the fire right there. Is anybody ready for this? Never thought that would be fun on a date. That's the show. Just doing a simple halibut salad with white wine cream sauce. Of course, it's not quite camping with Steve unless you're blazing your pan-fried halibut pan with a little Pinot Grigio. Shallots. White wine vinegar. Let this cool down before I throw a bunch of cream in here. Got this spring mix with spinach in it. It's only half frozen, so that's pretty good. Well, I don't know what any of this is. It's okay. That's what I'm dealing with. I'm going to put in some more familiar friends. This is what I'm making myself eat tonight. These leaves look like something I would be weeding out of the garden, but they don't taste bad. The fish is delicious. Pretty successful night. Ate healthy, which is something new. And I'm gonna try to peg up the front of this tent here. I'm there a little bit. Blanket tent is incredibly cozy. Right at the door. Fire over there. And blankies everywhere. Really cozy. Wish I did this 35 years ago. It was amazing. Almost like blackout curtains. I don't know exactly what's happening anyway, but when I get up, we'll start the day and see what happens. Thanks for following along. I'm gonna shut this light off here and hit the hay. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. From now on, I'm camping in blanket forts. This is awesome. It's enough insulation that it keeps you pretty warm, keeps the sound down to a minimum. You still get that feeling of fresh air and crispness. This is thoroughly enjoyable. And yeah, you don't need much to go camping, just some blankets and a ratchet strap and some clothespins, really. I wouldn't do it in mosquito territory or if it's raining, but this was great. Looks like there's some snow starting to fall, and just gonna cook some quick breakfast here. I was gonna cook a quick brunch and then pack up, but I think I'm gonna stay another night. The blanket fort held up great, and I have nothing to do today, so why not? Make it 2 nights instead of 1, as usual. And I can get a chance to go through and organize the car. It's so packed full of camping gear, you wouldn't believe it. Right on. The energy I need to tackle the day. I like when the syrup gets on the eggs. So I've got all this gear to organize, and you may assume that the car's empty. No, my friends, the car is not empty. There is still more stuff in the car. But we're going to condense that. I've got all this camo netting, and it's not folded up. It's just kind of stuffed in a bag. That will get smaller. Just some random tent that I haven't used yet. Folding stool, hammock. Propane pizza oven. This is all just stuff in my car. Got this hunting blind that I hope to use in a stealth camping video. It's super stealthy. If I need just a little bit of camo and find it somewhere borderline obvious. This could be good. Other stuff in the car as well. Another mattress and all the other equipment here. So, again, this whole bunched up thing here, if it's properly folded, is this size. So, I'll put in some room. It has been an absolutely lazy day. It's actually quite relaxing. The campground's not quite deserted. I'm not the only one foolish enough to be out here in this weather. However, other people have proper campers and RVs and the like. So, with all those pieces of camo knitting, I think I'm going to have to get a compression bag for them because they're so crinkled up that they're not going to fold properly. And I'll be going out next week after another video I have planned. And I'm going to be really going through and organizing the camper, trying to get stuff repaired, installing a new reverse camera on it so that I can reverse easily. With just one person, it's a little tricky to reverse a small trailer like that, especially when you don't know what you're doing, which I don't. So a little bit of practice and a camera should make that easier. There was a heavy snowfall warning issued this afternoon. I've been keeping an eye on the radar, and it doesn't look too serious. But they're saying that there could be 15 or more centimeters of snow. That could be in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 inches at worst. And not seeing it yet on the radar. I do have some C-clamps and other things I can use to reinforce the tent fortress if it comes down to that. I will tough it out though. I think I can do this. It might take a lot of hunkering down. We will see what happens with the weather. It's so far so good. The wind doesn't look too bad. I'm holding off on getting the fire going for this evening. I'm just going to put some hot dogs tonight. Nice, relaxing, ordinary night where nothing goes wrong is the plan. I am 2 days into this blanket fort, and it's holding up a lot better than a lot of homemade structures I've made before. Good morning. Looks like a beautiful day out there, and I think it's time for me to get back to reality. I can only hide in my blanket fort for so long. I haven't seen a blanket of snow like this in a fortnight. I guess it's time to take down the blanket fort, though. How easy is it going to come down? What could be easier than this? Ta-da! So, of course, a shout out to the people who donated to the blanket fund. Much appreciated. And yeah, this blanket I really like. Yeah, it got pretty wet, but it's okay. Off to the laundromat, and that was to be expected. Does not surprise me. And yeah, I will keep this one because it's got a bunch of nature things on it. There's both black bears and grizzly bears on here, as well as canoes, leaves, trees, the whole bit. It's actually really a surprise that there was such an appropriate blanket sitting there in the thrift store. And yeah, the other one will get redonated. But this will be good for the camper. It's a nice memento of my blanket fort adventure. The nice thing about wet blankets is they pack up smaller. Ooh, made it long enough to get through the night. Nothing easier than that. Yeah, there's lots of room in here. Yeah, it was a great adventure. Wanted to do this for 40 years now, so I'm glad I finally did. And please try it yourselves. That was great. You don't need a whole lot to go camping as long as it's not raining, and it's not mosquitoes or snakes or anything like that. But in absolutely perfect prime conditions, that is sensible shelter. So thank you guys for watching. Here's the aqua. Please subscribe if you're interested in this type of thing. I'll keep it coming. It's not always like this. It's different every week. I'll find something silly to camp in or somewhere silly to camp. That's just the name of the game in this stunt camping channel. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for the kind comments. And we'll see you later. Cheers.
In the V6 powered Nissan Frontier, catch 600 pounds of carbon on the fly. Not that you would, but you could. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
For those who enjoy ultimate automation or thrive with manual hands-on artistry, the Oracle Dual Boiler has arrived, featuring our largest highly responsive touchscreen run by a quad-core processor 4 times more powerful than its predecessor, and the performance of a dual boiler heating system, now with remote power on. Auto Mode simplifies specialty coffee at home. With a rich, intuitive experience, you're on your way to instant mastery in a few simple steps. Discover the genius of the auto dial-in system, which magically fine-tunes your extraction. Each espresso shot is monitored in real time with automatic grind size adjustments, ensuring balanced flavor. And the new Auto Milk produces silky smooth microfoam faster than ever before. Manual mode offers even more control. Tweak, refine, and customize your brew and see real-time feedback with the pressure gauge display. Ideal for the home barista seeking precision and performance. At its core, the machine's powerful dual boiler heating system delivers simultaneous brewing and milk texturing like a professional machine. With a reimagined design and luxe colors to match your style, it's an authentic specialty coffee experience at home. Fully automated or manually crafted. It's your coffee, your way.
At the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, you don't just receive a public education. You receive an education that will grow with you. Education doesn't just happen in books or on a screen. It happens through experience. Our students experience growth, pride, and confidence. State-of-the-art facilities and knowledgeable, dedicated teachers and staff. You will experience adventures, fun, and milestones. PA Cyber students experience success. Make the most of every experience at the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School.
Hey guys, welcome to Glamping with Steve. We're going to get this insulated ice fishing pit set up. It's supposed to be a storm blowing in, and it sure seems like it. So hopefully, we'll be able to survive things and maybe get this tied down ASAP. Good morning, snowfall warning. People like to serve get some bait on this right away. Well, we flipped the picnic table over, and we're going to tie the corners onto this. That should give us enough holding power for sure, versus little stakes in the ground, because this is frozen, kind of loose, pine needle forest floor, and that's not going to hold anything, particularly if the wind blows. And over in the actual camping spot, that's hard-packed frozen gravel, which is also not really good at holding anything really seriously. So we'll get this tied on, and we'll get the glamping set up, ready to go. we got everything loaded into the tent. We've got it secured. Before we lose our sun power, I'm just going to go and take a look at the lake because it is very picturesque out here. And it's an awesome spot. We should be here for a couple of days, so it's a bit of a longer adventure than usual. And I know I'm going to get people asking about the sound. If there is any wind noise, I do have a windsock, like a dead cat. It's the big fuzzy ball on the mic, but they got their limits, so that's all we can do for that. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, you don't have to tell me twice. I will not deposit any money, which is nice because usually it'll be $21 or something and I don't have exact change. And I end up putting in 30 or 25, muttering, "Keep the change, you filthy animals." So it's really nice for change. Find a nice free spot. No firewood today, but it looks like they normally do have some firewood. But for free 99, I don't expect any firewood. All right, and beautiful wife is over there domesticating her tent. All nice and cozy for tonight. This promises to be quite good. It's really been domesticated up in here. So this is what I'm talking about on the microphone here. This little fuzzy goofball, dead cat or windscreen, windsock. And it does what it can, but you know, there's always going to be some clipping and there's a lot of fun. Anyhow, I've got my big buddy 18,000 BTU of warming power, so that will work for us tonight. So to the outside there's a 20-pound propane cylinder. There's the Jackery here, which I do bring on a lot of adventures. It's a 500 watt hour, and on that I got the trouble light with an LED bulb in it, so that's really good. Got a couple of these cots here with the Cabela's ones that are hard to put together. The foamy and some sleeping bags on top of it. A bunch of food, step twos, glorious things like that. Outside there is nature. And I'll just give a brief overview of this tent. I will touch a little bit more on it, but it's got the two entrances, triangle zipper things, so that the other one I had a curve in the zipper, and that just made it a real hassle to open and close. We got ventilation screens. There's two there, one on either side. Lots of windows in this thing, which is awesome. And the windows, this part actually comes out as well, so you can have a hole right there on the outside. When I put in a wood stove, I'll probably replace one of these panels with some sheet metal and do a little stove jack through the side that way. Then I can return it to normal use if I don't want the wood stove in it. So that's what we got in here. And we're going to be cooking on the fire tonight. I didn't bring my normal little camping stove thing because the fire's nice and we're going to have one anyways. That's that. So moving right along. I'm getting a little bit thirsty, so I think we know what's going to happen next. It is time to crack Alexander Keith's today. And of course, everybody at home, you can crack yours as well. Not everybody drinks beer, so it can be pop, it can be step 3, whatever it is for you. Cheers, guys. The sun is setting on another day on this world, and we're going to have to shelter in place here pretty aggressively. Because that snow, I can feel it. It's coming within the next few hours. We've got the heater on. We're just in this tent right now trying to stay warm. And it's not proving too difficult because it's not actually that cold out. But that should probably change overnight. Seems that the wind has died down. We don't have our snow particles coming down yet. But I expect that to change quite shortly. I'm going to just do a simple meal tonight. We got a nicer one planned for tomorrow night. And we're just going to cook up some smoked sausages with some buns Keep some sauerkraut, maybe some mustard. Who knows what the evenings could bring. Get the fire started now, rather than later, when it's snowing and the wind's blowing. And hey, if you can start a barbecue, you can start a campfire. Just a little bit of this barbecue starter stuff in there. I'm gonna give it a healthy dose. Beats trying to do it again when it goes out. And the stuff is like jellied, basically jellied kerosene by the looks of it. So it's fairly safe to, well, clearly it's not exploding like gasoline would. But, there we go. And that should get the party started nicely. And, yeah, conserve our wood as much as possible. And it's not bushcrafty, but it'll do. And that's not a slight on bushcraft. I'm very fond of a lot of bushcrafters. It's just not what I do. And I don't want to claim to be an expert or even remotely knowledgeable on bushcraft. Oh, okay, there we go. That's good. Things are clouding over really severely here. So I'm going to get the dinner on the grill. Smoke sausages. And really simple one tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a little more complex, but yeah, we have a storm coming, I think. I'm not sure 100%, but who knows what the weather predictions actually pan out to be. Cook these up and get right back into hunkering down in the old tent. These look about done. They're cooked with cheese, so it's a total rude cook. However, let's just enjoy these if we can, because there is no bears around these parts.
What makes Keebler Fudge Stripes cookies so delicious? Oh, it's our treasured Keebler fudge. Great stripes, that's mouth-melting delicious. Keebler, magic is here.
We have a chance to make the business better with the Siemens Accelerator. Innovation is the key, absolutely, for DMG More in cooperation with Siemens.
The offering that we jointly developed is called the most comprehensive machining digital twin. And the digital twin is made to redefine precision, but also to increase productivity.
Oh, hello there. I have a confession to make. I've been cheating on my board games. This is Royal Kingdom, the latest puzzle game that's just come out, and I can't get enough of it. Oh, you won't believe this, but this game has no ads. Yep, you heard it right. No more pop-ups. Plus, the graphics are so good, I sometimes forget I'm not actually royalty. Or am I? Oh, can you believe it's also free? I mean, there are no ads, and it's free. How do they do it? And guess what? You don't even need Wi-Fi to play. Yeah, picture this. You're on a flight, and they announce that the in-flight Wi-Fi is down. Panic starts to set in. No Wi-Fi for 6 hours? Ah! Then, Royal Kingdom. It saved my life. 6 hours flew by, and I actually enjoyed the flight. So what are you waiting for? You should download Royal Kingdom today. It's a game changer.
Back into the tent, super cozy. And get the smokies here, which are Canadian for smoked sausages. But yeah, just a sprinkle of mustard on here. And then tomorrow we can actually relax, enjoy the trip. without trying to take the whole tent down and everything in the morning. So that's awesome. It's gonna be a really cool trip out here. Yes. There we go. Western Family mustard buck is a fantastic deal. There we go. Yum, yum. Absolutely perfect. And the wind is still blowing, but not too violently. We're anchored down if there is an issue with that. But the stars are all gone. It's clouded over, which means there is snow coming. Between 10 and 20 centimeters tomorrow, which will be 36 inches of snow for us. So we'll see what happens. And in the meantime, I'm just going to sit here watching Simpsons or something.
Good morning. It snowed a whole lot. The roof collapsed a couple of times in the night. Had to wake up and pop it back up, which is not unusual with these hub things if they get a little snow on them. Sometimes I put a little stick. I have an extendable painter's pole that I just right there to hold it up. But I didn't bring it this time because we got a bed right now. So we're gonna see what this damage is like outside. See if we can actually make it out of this parking lot. Because yeah, it's stormy. It's gonna get stormier. If we can actually make it into town, we'll grab a little bit more supplies because if there's a little bit more snow, I don't know when they're gonna actually plow this road, but I think there's probably that much snow. So let's take a look. It certainly was a fair bit of snow. As you can see, the car is under there somewhere. Our tent held up okay. The quantity of snow is vulnerable, and we're going to try to drive into town through this. See, we do run the risk if there is any more snow of being stuck here. And I just stepped on a few things. I fired starter stuff from yesterday, and I have a GoPro out here somewhere too that was recording a time lapse. And where would that be? Here's the GoPro. And where would that be? Be in here somewhere. Definitely going to grab a little more stuff to stay up here longer. This may turn into next week's video too. At least I can upload from here because there's really good cell service. But maybe stranded here. Who knows? There is a private park operator, Stinkrat, that does parks, including the roads, and they'll eventually be around to show this place out. But I don't think they're expecting anybody to actually be camping out here. We're about to fully explore the limitations of the all-wheel drive system on a Hyundai Santa Fe. It is really, really deep. There. Now, I should be using the GoPro to film this, except I'm using the big main camera, because the GoPro, I dug it out of the snow, I brought it into the car, and I plugged it in, and it made the worst beep I've ever heard it make. And then smoke started coming out of it. So I don't think it's going to film anything else after what I put it through last night. So here goes nothing. I have no idea if we're going to get stuck or not. But if we make it into town before there's any more snow, because this may be quite a while before they clear all this out, we're going to have enough stuff that we did last year, a week or two. Like we're going to load up because they will eventually plow this. But I think that's the question. Okay, here we go. Not so bad, not so bad at all. That is a great thing because I was really expecting a little more trouble. I didn't make it to town yet, but it's doable. We can do this. So, grab a few more things for an extended stay we didn't plan on. I heard there's snow warning. I didn't think it would do anything like this. Now, it was a big load of snow, and I didn't realize it until I backed up to take a through these boughs. Our car is literally like we're dragging a skid plate through the snow here. So it's working a lot easier than I thought it would. But yeah, when we're like leveling off, like, yeah. If anybody's wondering what I have for tires, they're new tires and stuff, probably. Okay, you can see what they are. But, I'll let you guys know in the description. This is actually impressive. So there's an accident back there. Looks like a couple of semis had a crash, and we are going to be backed up for quite a while trying to get back out to the campsite. So be well prepared, load up on food, and be ready to hunker down in this lane on the way back. Now, it's somehow more intimidating coming back into the campsite. On the way out, we couldn't see how seriously we were breaking trail, but on the way back in, it becomes absolutely apparent that we were probably pushing the limits of what this is capable of doing.
did have a little bit of an issue with snow from the top melting and dripping down. Now they're pretty water resistant, but you know they're designed for snow, so you wouldn't want to be out in the rain with these things. One of the nice things on this model is it has these little pouches here that you can put these straps into for tying it down. So it's one less thing to lose, one less thing to look for when you're trying to tear it up and tear down and set them up. This was the part where we were experiencing the most melt through into the inside. So as long as it doesn't snow tonight, it should be warm and cozy. Actually, I will bring up, we had the Mr. Buddy heater on low last night. It was perfectly comfortable. Of course, it's not that cold out. This is only -2 Celsius or something. So it's like 30, 28 Fahrenheit in there somewhere. So it's really not that cold, but that extra insulation in here allowed us to just use it on the whole month.